Well, I think before we start talking about some of the crazy stuff that Trump has done in literally signing over 100 executive orders in the first 24 hours, which is a brand new record. I mean, most presidents don't even get that far in like 2 years. Trump did that in 24 hours. And some of them don't even make a lick of sense. It's just like, um, you know, the federal government can't, interfere with freedom of speech. Well, okay, we couldn't interfere with it anyway. But that's another video probably for next time. However, one thing we have to talk about is, of course, the outgoing president, of course, Joe Biden, and what he did. And I think when you look at this, given the fact of Trump's rhetoric about taking revenge, you know, you've got the yet to be confirmed, attorney general who will be absolutely be, Trump's lapdog and an even attack dog going after who and whoever she possibly can. So expect over the next 4 years for her to literally go after anyone and anything she possibly can do. But also, you have people like Kash Patel coming in, who is going to be the head of the FBI, who has openly said he has an enemies list. So you look at this whole situation, and I do get it. I do get what a lot of the Democrats have said that, oh, this looks bad, or it's setting, a bad precedent. But here's the thing, they've done nothing wrong. And we'll get into this in a moment. But before we do that, please do remember to click on the like, share, and subscribe button. And of course, down below, there's the Patreon page, there's the Buy Me Coffee link where you can buy me coffee, the YouTube thank you button, and of course, as always, there's the Pony Club down below as well. So, as always, thank you very much to everyone who does help and support the channel that way. And of course, as always, there are the links down below as well. So, before we've even got to talk about Biden, we've got to talk about Hillary Clinton. Because you will remember, of course, the Benghazi hearings, the email hearings as well. 12, I think it was like 12 different hearings they had just on Hillary on this alone. And every single time they did one of these hearings, it cost billions of dollars. They didn't produce any new evidence, any new facts, anything like that. It was just to have a go at Hillary, constantly dragging her in to a hearing just to do that. And it would waste hours of time so that basically Republicans could just waffle on ad nauseum, basically just to have a go at Hillary for her, supposed crimes. Did they ever find any crimes? Did they ever prosecute her over any of these crimes? No, because it was a massive waste of time, a massive waste of a US government's time. It was a massive waste of even the Republicans' time, because even they knew that we have seen from some stuff, they even knew there was no crime here. They just did it just because they wanted to have a go at Hillary, and it made them look good with their supporters. So you have a situation where if you're Joe Biden, you've heard all that rhetoric from Donald Trump for the past 4 years. You've seen the new attorney general who's coming in. You've seen the FBI guy who has an enemies list. What do you think you're going to do? So he preemptively has pardoned his family for the express reason I've said I do not want my family to become targets like this and to have to go through constant litigation after litigation after litigation after litigation, even though the Republicans know there's no evidence to prove they're guilty. There's no evidence of a crime or anything like that. They're just doing it because they want to score, points with Trump. It's the exact same thing we saw a year long Hunter Biden investigation, found nothing. And yet, at no point, bear in mind, did the Republicans on that committee allow Hunter Biden to testify in public. Hunter Biden even turned up to the hearing, sat right in the front row, said, "Here I am. You want to test? You want me to testify? I am right here. I am willing to testify. Here I am." But they refused because they wanted to pull this trick where they could get him to testify behind closed doors, not release the full, you know, transcript of the hearing and of his, testimony, basically so they could just take snippets out of it and release them to the public, knowing full well that they're taken out of context, but basically just to say, see, Hunter Biden's committed a crime. But where's the evidence then? What does that quote come in from a full context? What was he saying about that? And Hunter Biden was very open about the fact. And even other Democrats was openly saying, no, they want to do this behind closed doors so they can take snippets from him. So if you were Biden, as we said, going out, having seen that going on for the past couple of years, of course you're gonna do this. And the other thing that other people are missing as well is it's not just his family as well. He has pardoned the entire January the 6th committee. Yes, because I can tell you now, right now, the Republicans, after freeing all those, after Trump has himself pardoned over 106 people who have, some of them, bear in mind, already been charged of the crimes that they committed on that day. The QAnon shaman has now been freed. I can guarantee you now, they were going to go after the committee because that's another thing that they've been talking about. They've been talking about going after Liz Cheney. This was brought up in the Attorney General's confirmation hearing. What about going after Liz Cheney? Are you going to, if Donald Trump tells you to go after Liz Cheney, are you going to go after her? And she refused to say otherwise. She played around with the answer, saying, well, if there is evidence, then, I will have to... But it's just like, no, it's just a simple yes or no. If Donald Trump tells you to go after someone, are you going to go after them? Pretty much basically saying at that point, yeah, she will. So they've been also saved. But the other person who also got a pardon, Fauci. Yeah, Dr. Fauci, the guy who was, of course, pretty much responsible for the pandemic sort of preparedness, both under Trump and under Biden. Bear in mind, Trump had constantly targeted Fauci. And Fauci has even said that he was worried that after Trump's victory, that he would be the target of hearings, testimony, and all kinds of stuff that he would be dragged into. And he was incredibly worried about it. So, in fact, he said this in a media interview when this came out. He said, "I'm truly appreciative for Biden taking action, saying that the possibility of prosecution had now created immeasurable and intolerable distress on his family. Let me be perfectly clear. I have committed no crime, and there are no possible grounds for any allegation or even threat of criminal investigation or prosecutions of me," he said. So he was committed no crime, but he would have been, oh, well, we've got to bring him in for a hearing. We've got to investigate him. Just that threat alone was going to be so worrying. It must be worrying if you are one of these people. But at least, he's pardoned them. At least, then, but they will, for some way, I guarantee you, some way, shape, or form, the Republicans, or at least the MAGA Republicans, are somehow in some way going to find a way to go after these people. So we'll see what happens over the next couple of years, but I guarantee you, they are going to pull every single trick they can in the book to go after these people. Every single trick, even though they know full well no crime has been committed, There's no reason for it. There's no suspicion, anything like that. They are just going to do this just because they want to earn brownie points from Trump. I was the senator who went after so-and-so, Mr. Trump. My state deserves this, as a thank you. So watch out for that over the next couple of years, because I guarantee you that will happen. So as always, thank you very much for watching. And of course, as always, click the like, click the share button, and of course, leave a comment down below as well. And we'll see you all next time.